TIA's 2012 ICT Market Review and Forecast is getting ready to publish, and wait till you see what it has in store. Markets in Motion starts now. ICT is set to rebound in 2012 and drive global economic recovery through the demand of wireless data and other growth areas in the mobile market. Here to give us an overview of the 500 pages of distilled data and analysis on industry trends is TIA's Senior Vice President, John Jacobs. And John, welcome to the program.
Thanks very much, Abe.
Thanks for being here. And wireless data driving the trends through 2012 and beyond through 2015 in the Market Review and Forecast. But before we get to that, give us a quick overview of the global trends for 2012.
Sure. And as you say, 500 pages of distilled data and analysis is quite a lot to get through. I think an objective that I would have is just to give some highlight numbers and trends. And of course, refer folks back to the Market Review and Forecast, where they get the full compendium of analysis and information. A couple of baseline numbers. Phenomenal growth in our industry, and I think the abridged version of what I want to say is a buoyant industry globally. ICT, information communications technologies, is leading the way for growth economically. Of any sector in the world, in the global economy, it is this sector that's leading it. A couple of quick stats. In 2012, we will grow an additional 7.6% globally to a total global stat of $4.7 trillion in global spending for the entire sector, for the ICT sector. That is over a 6% growth last year. So phenomenal growth. If last year was a difficult year for the overall economy, as we come out of the US recession and we have troubles around the world, one should be bullish about the level of growth that we're seeing in this sector, despite what might be happening in a macroeconomic sense. I'll give you a quick regional view, maybe, that might help. It's not all one market, there are multiple markets. We're looking at some interesting statistics. We knew last year, we talked about, when we were gathered together on the Market Review and Forecast, we talked about Asia supplanting Europe as the #1 telecom market, which is absolutely the case. But we have another advent where Latin America this year and for the next 3 years will be the #1 growth market for telecoms. In 2012, they will have achieved a 10.1% growth in that region.
Well, I think a number we heard in our pre-show discussion was for every dollar spent on telecom infrastructure spending in the United States, there's 4 times that amount spent overseas. Can you actually dip into that a little bit? Sure.
Well, so the U.S. Represents roughly 20% of the global communications market. So it's a point from a manufacturer's perspective that there's a tremendous opportunity internationally for our manufacturers, for our members of TIA. And so you're absolutely right. $1 in $5 is spent internationally, meaning outside the United States. And that's a wonderful thing if it's not coming at the price of those investments being made within the United States. So a few quick points there. There's significant need to continue to make investments within the United States, from broadband rollout to the 4G rollout, given all the demands on data services and mobile data. But sort of more globally, it's important that the manufacturers have access and fair access to global markets. So that 5-to-1 ratio is very important to allow our manufacturers, whether they're based in the United States or elsewhere, to have access to international markets.